Good evening. Hello. Welcome to your Tuesday Grammar Basics class. I hope you can see me and hear me clearly. Give me a heads up if you can see me and hear me clearly. Let me just get my chat box correct and then we'll start the class. All right. Shall we start? I want to see some. Okay, Shrey, I can see. Thank you. I wanted some response just to see that my the chat function is working properly. All right, let's start. Okay. Now today's lesson is something where you will teach me something also. Because it's something you've already done from school and you know the first lesson in grammar or the first game that you played. What was that? Nouns. You played a game called Name, Place, Animal, Thing. Did you ever play that game? I used to play it a lot with my brothers, and I used to fight about names of places, make up names of places, make up names of animals. So basically, what you were doing in that game was finding out your knowledge of nouns. In this class, so this series of grammar is supposed to, I'm breaking down grammar into different parts of speech and doing short lessons so that you don't find grammar tough. You learn the basics of grammar and then we move on to the application part and then do the rules. Today we'll be doing very simple concepts on what are nouns, what are the different types of nouns, what is the basic rule about using nouns. There are only two. Okay, and then we'll practice a few questions on nouns. Is that okay with all of you? Shall we start? Okay. So as you said, any name, it's a naming word, name of a person, place or thing. So if I say Virat Kohli, Virat is a noun. Let me just get my pen color right. Right, so Virat Kohli, Virat is a noun. Why is it red? Okay, let me get blue. All right, then cricket is a noun. Guyana is a noun. USA is a noun. All right, so any name of a person, place, animal, dog is a noun. Egg is a noun. Any name you give of a person, place, or thing is a noun. Fantastic. Now, there are different types of nouns, obviously. If it's the name of a specific person, that name belongs to one person. There can be 100 people named Rohit, but when you say Rohit, it's a proper noun because it's the name of a person. Okay, or Deepika or Bangalore, name of a place. Okay, when it's a name of a particular person, place, animal, or thing, then you call it a proper noun. If it's the name given to a group of people, a group of things which share certain common features, then each element of that group is called that common noun. For example, Shrey is my student, I'll say. So when I call you Shrey, you are a proper noun. But if I call you a student, you become a common noun. Because there are a lot of, you share a lot of qualities in common with people like you. A student attends classes, takes exams, has a certificate or a bachelor's degree, working for something. So there's a particular description and you know what a student is. You can be, during the day you are a manager, but in the evening you are a student, right? But the moment I call you a student, you know these are the characteristics you have. Or if I say Virat, he is a proper noun, but if I call him a player or a cricketer, he becomes a common noun because there are many people who answer to the description of cricketer, right? If you call me Savitri, I'm a proper noun, but if you call me a teacher, I'm a common noun. Right? If I call you a student of your, you say, I say I'm a teacher, I am a member of the staff or faculty at Career Launcher, then teacher is a common noun. But the moment I say I'm a member of a group and the name is given to the group as a whole, then I become a part of a collective noun. I lose my individual identity. So what is a collective noun? The name given to a group. So if you as a student, I club you together, the group of students together will be called a class. Teachers together will form the staff. Soldier is a common noun. All the soldiers together would be form a part of the army or a regiment or a battalion. Then that becomes a collective noun. All right. So this is one of the ways in which nouns are categorized. Then you also have material nouns, name of materials, which now they're not using it that much. But another important type of noun is what is called an abstract noun, the name of a quality or a state of something. But remember, it has no physical existence. That quality is to be treated apart from the person or thing who has it. What do I mean by that? Let's say I say Soma, right? Soma is an honest girl. All right. Now here, honest is an adjective because she's describing. It's describing Soma, the girl. But what is the quality that an honest girl has? That quality is an abstract noun. That quality is honesty. So, honesty, truth, success, failure, delight, these are all called abstract nouns. So, people generally get confused between, no, adjectives are considered along with the noun. So, when you take the adjective away, you only consider the quality apart from the person who has it, then it is an abstract noun. Honest is an adjective, honesty is an abstract noun. Okay, so let's say if I say he is a tall boy. Okay, tall is an adjective because it is describing the boy. But what quality does the tall boy have? He has the quality of height. Height is an abstract noun. Understood? Same way, if I say somebody is a truthful boy or a beautiful girl. Beautiful girl, beautiful is an adjective because it's talking about the girl. What quality does the beautiful girl have? So consider the quality apart from the person or thing who has it. The quality is beauty, which is an abstract noun. All right. So many exams, especially Symbiosis and Maharashtra CET, nowadays are asking different types of nouns, different parts of speech, which is why we are doing this in great detail. But today is a short and sweet class. Just sit back, relax, and understand. All right. Okay. Now, there is another way in which you can classify nouns, that is as a countable or an uncountable noun. A countable noun is a noun which can be expressed. Don't say can be counted. Okay, that is very confusing. Noun that can be expressed as a plural means one where you can add an s to it, or as a number. So we'll say a dog, but many dogs. You would have figured out by now I am a dog lover. Every time dogs come into the picture. All right. Same way, one violin is a countable noun, but music is an uncountable noun because I can't say musics. I can play the violin. I like violins, correct? But I'm listening to music. I'm listening to a piece of music, but we do not say musics. That is wrong. That is an uncountable noun. So a countable noun is one that is expressed as a number and whose plural will take an s. So you have to really look at this: cake versus flower. guitar versus music, uh, paper or newspaper versus information. Okay, so many people say this is abstract. There's nothing abstract about flower. So the here is yes, here these are all countable nouns, but these are all uncountable nouns. When you want to express more than one, you express uncountable nouns as quantities. A piece of music, a cup of flour, a lot of information, little information. So normally when you do nouns, a child is countable, but the plural is children. Now, generally I said, okay, 5 children. This is the plural. Okay. The general rule where women, obviously men and women are countable. So one which can be expressed as numbers or whose plurals taken as. Just think. Not all words plural taken as, I agree. Men, women, children, policeman, police force is an uncountable noun, but policeman, policemen are countable nouns. All right, one who which you can express as a number. In that case, you take that definition. So now, when they test your knowledge of countable, uncountable nouns, you have to see what is the word which comes before it. What is the word which is used to describe it, right? So those words are called determiners, which I'll teach along with adjectives. So we'll say he has a lot of money. He has many houses, but a lot of money. Money, I know we all spend all our time counting money, but money is an uncountable noun because it is expressed as a quantity. A lot of money, little money can be counted. That's what I meant. Don't say it can or cannot be counted. Rather, think of it more as numbers and plurals. All right. Okay. Now, can you identify the type of noun in this sentence? So these are the main categorizations of nouns. Uh, when you talk of nouns, you also talk of cases of a noun. When it's acting, so the possessive case of a noun you use, I'll talk about that. Let's first look at this. What kind of noun is it? And what the underlying word, what kind of noun is it? Proper noun, common noun, collective noun, or none of the above? So ask yourself, what is a crowd? A group of people. Is it the name given to a group? Yes. Then it's a what kind of noun is it? Collective. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Next. Always speak the truth. What kind of noun is truth? Always speak the truth. Proper noun, common noun, collective noun, or abstract noun. Does it have a physical existence? Does it describe a state or a quality? Therefore, it's an abstract noun. So, option D is the correct answer. Excellent. This is a big class of students. What kind of noun is class? What kind of noun is students? Accordingly, mark the option. Class. Class is not a class of students, is the name given to a group of students. Correct? A group of students put together. So it's the name of a group. So what kind of noun is the name of a group? Noun, it's a common noun. Group is a collective noun. Students is common noun. So answer is B. It's a name given to a group of students. So any name of a group is a collective noun. And when you say students, you can talk of anybody as a student, right? So this is a common noun. It's a name given in common to a lot of people who belong to that. Therefore, the correct answer is B. All right, excellent. Next. The strength of the elephant is common knowledge. What kind of noun is strength? And what kind of noun is elephant? Strength is the name of a quality or not? Does it have a physical existence or not? If it's the name of a quality considered apart from the thing, doesn't have a physical existence, at least you can't touch it, right? Then what kind of noun is it? And elephant, name of an animal, you can use the word elephant for that entire group with tusks and a trunk and all, so it's a common noun. So you look at abstract and common, which is option C. Good. All right. Next one. There is a fleet of ships in the harbor. Now, a group of so collective noun. The problem with collective noun is every collective there's a particular name. You call it a dash of lions. You call it the collective name for a group of lions is different. For a group of for a lot of grapes is different. Bunch of grapes, bunch of bananas. But for a ship, you call it a fleet of ships. Many ships together is called a fleet of ships. So it's the name of a collection. So that makes it what kind of a noun? If a number of ships together, even aeroplanes, you call it the same thing. So fleet is a collective noun. Now, when I say ship, am I talking of a particular ship? I'm talking of an object. A lot of objects come under the definition of ship. So, what kind of noun is ship? A vessel that goes in water, made of something. So, what kind of noun is ship? Question 5. What kind of noun is ship? Am I talking of one ship, a particular ship? No. Ship belonging to the Indian Navy, ship belonging to the British Navy? No. I'm talking of any particular water vessel which goes on water. Therefore, ship is a common noun. And harbor is any place where ships are docked. So harbor is again a common noun. So which option is correct? Collective, common, common. That makes option A correct. Right? All of you clear? Okay. Next one. Every time a collective noun is there, so in nouns there are two tests. Maybe in the next session on nouns, when I'll do the use of the possessive case of nouns, that's a lesson in itself. So today, the grammar part apart, there is a vocabulary aspect to nouns, because lot of exams asks in analogies and fill in the blanks, they test your knowledge of collective nouns. All right. What is a group of lions called? Pride, Dray, Congress, or Bunch? Shrey says it's Pride, option A. What about the others? A group of lions is called a pride of lions. Now, when you see collective nouns, if you're following any book, you'll see that it will be variations. There are books which British especially call it flock or troop also, but this is the most common usage. Okay, you can come across expressions which call it a flock of lions or a troop of lions. Troop is used more often, but the most common knowledge is pride of lions. Okay, all right, good. What is the name? And you often come across very funny names for collective animal collectives. What is the name for a group of foxes? Feel free to guess. Pride, skulk, earth, or both skulk and earth can be used. Come on, don't be. Mark an answer. Any answer that you think is correct. It doesn't matter if you get it wrong. Skulk is correct. Earth is also correct. So the correct answer is D. Okay. Skulk is more commonly used. Earth of foxes is also not wrong. All right. Okay, good. Next one. Do you know the collective noun for a group of crows? It'll have to be a wild guess, let me tell you. No, we call it a swarm of bees. We call it an earth of foxes or a skulk of foxes. So, is it a murder? Yes, it is a murder of crows. Why, ma'am? I don't know why. All right. Crows are the most misunderstood birds on earth. All right. What about a group of elephants? Question 9. Put the question number so it's easier for me to see, or as you're marking the answer also. What's a group of elephants called? This we know. We all know this. Okay. Okay. All right. Can you take a wild guess on rhinoceroses? What's a group of rhinos called? Question 10. Leap, mountain, crash, or flock? Question 10. What's a group of rhinos called? When IIFT, now IIFT has become IIM Delhi, but when IIFT exams were there, there were a lot of questions on route, and it's a crash of rhinoceroses. A leap is for leopards. All right. Okay, excellent. So, lot of them leap of leopards, Congress of baboons, I think it's called. Congress of apes or baboons, it's called. Then you have fish. There is a name, school of shoal of fish and a school of whales. Okay, next, let's just look at plurals. What is the plural of alumnus? Alumnus, rather. So remember, ex students, for boys it's different, for male and female it's different. Okay, good. Alumnus is alumni, but what about if it's singular female, it's alumna. This is female, singular, and plural is alumni. All right. Singular plurals are also asked in nouns. What is the singular of bacteria? Bacterius, bacterium, or bacterias? What do you think is the singular form of bacteria? Or is bacteria itself a singular? I didn't put a fourth option there, I forgot. Bacteria, singular is bacterium. All right, good. Which of these is not a singular form? Criterion, memorandum, data, medium. 13. One of these is not a singular form. Which one is it? Excuse me a minute. Not a minute, so a second. Hmm. Ah, correct. Okay, so plural of criterion is criteria. Memorandum is memoranda. Data, the singular is datum, though we do not use it. So, data, we use it both as singular and plural as data. Nobody uses the term datum now, but that is the singular form. All right. Okay. Now, this sentence has been divided into three, four parts. Uh, Identify the part of the sentence which has an error, which would be your first rule of using an article or using a noun. And then, if there's no error, mark D. All right. Correct it for me also. All right. Which what should be the correct, if a is a if you think a has a mistake in it, what is the correct form of a? If you think b has a mistake, what is the correct form of b? If you think c is a mistake, then what is the mistake in c? Or if there's no error, obviously there's no explanation. How would you correct it, Harsh and Shrey? How would you correct it? So, when we speak of nouns in plural, in general, when we use plural nouns, we do not use an article, right? So, a single countable noun takes an article before it. It can be a and the depending on the context. But when you mention plural nouns and you mention them in general, I like bananas, I like apples, I like guavas, you don't use articles. Okay, all right, very good. So B is the correct answer. Excellent. Sorry. What is the next one? There's been accident and a crowd has gathered on the road. Which part of the sentence has an error? If there is no error, what is the, how would you correct it, Shrey? You'll say you not a single countable noun, so you have to use an article before it. Excellent. Okay, next one. Part of the sentence which has an error. I'm a vegetarian, I don't eat the meat. Yeah, see, because you don't need. So when you mention the names of materials or things, you do not use any article. So we'll say milk is good for health, salt and sugar are not good for health. But let's say you're referring to the salt on the table, you will say pass the salt. But you're talking of salt and sugar in general, you should not use the. So I'm a vegetarian. I do not eat meat. No, the is necessary. Excellent. Okay. Now, before you ask me a question, let me ask you a question. This is for the next class, next session when I do. Which of these is the correct answer? Try not to see any book, but tell me the answer. Okay. There is a dash park near my house. Okay. Should I say children, B, children's, C, okay. Which of these is the correct answer? This answer I want in the next class. Okay, this is just your question of for this day. All right, do you have any question for me? Any doubts? We'll be doing short series on grammar, nouns, and then next class I'll talk about the possessive case of nouns before we move on to pronouns. Then we'll do a little bit on adjectives, and we'll have a short session on adverbs. So short sessions with 10-15 questions to firm up your basics before we go to the application questions. All right. Okay. Any questions? Any doubts? No? All right. I will see you again on Saturday with the editorial analysis at 8:30, or next Tuesday with a grammar session. All right? Not or, and. Saturday there's an editorial analysis session at 8:30, and on Tuesdays I do a grammar session. All right? Make sure you attend them, make sure you join our courses, and depending on what you are interested in, cat or non-cat, and whether you want a long term or short term course. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye. Good night.